welcome everybody. This is your host, Learbach, and you are just in time for another LEGO Bionicle MOC showcase. To follow the previous episode's themes of villainous Matoran, we're going to keep looking at the Brotherhood of Makuta. This time we're looking at Krika. As a quick reminder, for those of you who haven't seen it in a while, or just an introductory for those whose this might be your first video, in my universe, in my version of the story that I'm kind of retelling through these characters, there's only one Makuta. That is the original Makuta himself, Pterodax, or just the Makuta. There are, however, Matoran who have tried to become more Makuta-like by using the powers of darkness to mutate their bodies and their masks. Most of them we've shown so far have been mostly okay in terms of their physical form being Matoran-like or humanoid in shape. This is the first time we're going to look at one that's more kind of beastly. Like I said, Krika. Now, Krika is one of the few characters I created that was a little more accurate to the original form, to the original toy line, to the original toy form, as you can kind of tell. There are a few substitutions. These gray blades are supposed to be the same as these pieces here, and this piece here is supposed to be completely different. But I lost them. Or at least, I thought I lost them. If you go back and look at the videos, I have actually two videos where I have those pieces actually showcased. One of these pieces is used in Makuta's staff. And one of the back pieces for Krika is used, or both of the back pieces in Krika are used for Ghost's scythe. So yeah. I have the pieces. Oh, and also the other missing piece here is actually being used for another figure that we'll look at a later date. So yeah, I feel really stupid for feeling like I lost those pieces, especially the one of these, because I just used something else, and it was kind of funny. It was kind of a funny story for me to tell. But yeah. Anyway, now you're probably wondering to yourself, Learbach, you, whatever you are, I can't think of any, I don't know if I want to be nice or mean to myself right now. Why don't you just buy new pieces? These pieces and the accompanying back piece are at minimum I've seen for about $2, and I really don't feel like spending $2 on a Lego piece. It's just too much money. Especially when there's other pieces I want to get, and I have to be careful with how much I'm spending in general. It's just, yeah, $2 for one piece versus I can get like 100 pieces for that same amount, or rather I can get like 10 pieces for that same amount, substitutions had to be made, and so yeah. But either way, regardless, I still think it kind of looks okay. It kind of looks like he's still in the process of mutating, which is kind of what we're going for here. But yeah, so this is Krika, the more resentful member, more empathetic member of the group of the Makuta Brotherhood of Makuta. So yeah. One of the things I liked in the original story, in the actual official story, is that Krika is kind of a little envious of the Toa, and kind of wants them to succeed, but kind of doesn't. At least if memory serves, that's what his goals are. He's kind of like a little more. He's confused because he doesn't really want to be the bad guy, but he's also like, oh, he's still the bad guy. And so I kind of wanted to be a bit of the similar one with this version. He's kind of like forced into becoming a brotherhood, into becoming a brotherhood Matoran Makuta. But so he's empathetic. So he's sympathetic with that aspect, but like at the same time, he still goes through with it, and it's like, yeah, but you're still the bad guy, so yeah, it's still going with that kind of story. Let's see, things on the actual figure itself. One of the things one of the things I'm very proud of with this figure is the thicker size. Let's see here, size 5 armor. Can't get that to focus. Okay, focus. Nope. My camera used to have an autofocus, but for some reason it doesn't work anymore. I messed with the manual focus one time and it never worked again. Yeah, but yeah, it's size 5. Size 5. Double checking. Okay, but yeah. Anyway, the thicker armor gives him a more kind of shelled look, which I'm really proud of. Gave him these little blades here on the sides. Just kind of give it a little more to look at, a little more flourish, something to break up the pure white and the red aesthetic. Which honestly, that kind of helps with the silver blades here. Kind of have the silver blades, the silver needles here, and the silver chest here too. That's there primarily because I don't have a white one, but yeah, it works. Silver, white, and red. The body itself uses my standard Matoran design, except you may notice there's quite a bit of difference here. We're using about 3 extra pieces to construct it than we normally would. We're using the bush, the 3 with the stop, and the ball joint with a hole through it. This is because at the time I made his body, and at the time I constructed him, I was running out of the proper lift arm with ball joint pieces. Let me go ahead and get one of those out real quick to show you. These pieces, which I use for the shoulder joints. I have since then bought a bunch of them over the course of a few weeks, so I'm not too worried about running out of them anytime soon. But yeah, so there we go. One of the things I think the original toy had red eyes. I gave him green eyes. It's kind of help bring out the eyes more, because I thought the red eyes blended in too much. With the red on the body, the red underneath, the red, I guess you could say head, kind of it made it blend too much. So I used green to kind of help his eyes stand out, and also go with the theme green with envy. He's the Toa, or he's a Makuta, or Matoran Makuta in this case, that's very envious of the Toa. So I thought that'd be a nice little kind of reference to that whole thing. So yeah, let's see, what else do we have to say? I tried using red on the inside where I could to kind of go with the red, the inner red of his blades and the rest of his body. I think the original model used white. I think the original model used mostly white pieces, which again is what the armor is for. Yeah. So I used red for here. I think these are the last 2 red pieces of that particular piece. Some red up here. Probably. Yeah, I have plenty of red pieces in there. Probably swap that out. Might swap the gray. I don't know. I kind of like that layered look. Let's see what else here. Already mentioned the piece substitutions. Though, like I said, I kind of like how it looks. I think it works out fairly well. Do need to change how he lays a bit so we can, I think, right about here. How he normally looks in the promo. He has like something like that going on. And I can never get a good side view because his blade covers up his face, so it's always got to be from the front or from an angled front. That's probably the reason I kind of keep him up like this, because one, it takes up a lot less space. Yeah, as you can already tell from here, versus pulling him out like that, like make him elongate himself. Which I mean, yeah, this is technically a more kind of vicious pose. But it's easier to just kind of keep, because for more storage purposes and kind of display purposes, it's easier to kind of keep them straighter up. Plus, it makes them like a boatload taller. Boatload. Not even sure that's the right term. Makes them a bit taller and kind of makes them look a bit more intimidating by being taller. Let's see. I think that's everything. Yeah, I think that's everything. So yeah. So that was Krika. And until next time, I'll see you guys later.